Hey guys, welcome to the How to Film Weddings channel. My name is Austin, and today we are going to be diving deep into 6 things every wedding videographer should be doing on their website. So let's get to it. You're probably thinking, who is this guy with dreads sitting here talking to me? The reality is you've probably never seen me before around here. I am a new face for How to Film Weddings, and I'm just here to say hey and run through some website stuff with you. So a little bit of background with me. My wife and I own The Creative. We specialize in wedding videography and wedding photography. And then myself, I have been a graphic designer and website designer for over 10 years. So that is actually where my creative background comes from. And it is something that I have still done amongst our wedding video and photo business. I've always been a designer as well. So about 8 months ago, Nick and John brought me and my wife on board for How to Film Weddings. So that is how I ended up here. Again, I am a graphic designer, website designer, and today that's what we're going over is some websites and what I think you should be doing with your website. So let's jump on in. First website we're going to be looking at is John Bunn Films. We all know John around here, and I just want to look at his, and I'm going to pull up Nick's side by side. We're going to kind of compare the two, look at both of them, and then I've even got my own website up here that I might utilize here and there, but let's jump on in. So the first thing that I think every wedding videographer should be doing is having strong imagery. I think strong imagery is so important. It's the first thing that is going to capture a potential client's attention. So when you think about websites, you need to think that in 2 seconds, people are going to decide whether they like you or not. We live in a TikTok world where everyone is constantly swiping, and the reality is you have about 2 seconds to capture someone's attention. So the first thing I think you need is strong imagery. You can see here on John's site that right away you get the strong imagery, the beautiful shots, and not only that, but even just like his text changes here. It's something subtle, strong but subtle. I love his header. You can see exactly what type of videographer he is based on this strong imagery. And as you keep going, it continues with a beautiful portrait shot, just very professional. And then there's John looking good. And we just keep scrolling and you see more strong imagery. I know I'm saying it a lot, but this matters so much, and it's why it's the first thing that we're going over today. So let's jump over to Nick's website here, Wild Oak Films. So Nick and Jen do an amazing job with their aesthetic as well, and they just know their clients. They know what they're going after. So again, you see here a really solid header video. And it just immediately takes you to the type of clients they are going after, and it gives you an idea of just how good they are. So we're gonna keep scrolling here. You see more imagery. Gosh, it's just beautiful, all of it. And you see Nick and Jen shooting here, and the text and things are just boom in your face. It is obvious what you should be looking at. So the next thing actually that I want to talk about is how your website flows. Is it easy to navigate? It really should be simple for your clients. I want to go to your website and know exactly where to go, how to contact you, where to see your work. I want to find out about you. So here you can see it's just very clean. They have little buttons here. See the films, meet us. I like that. I love these buttons, big bold buttons here. I mean, they're outlined, so maybe you wouldn't see them as bold, but from a designer's perspective, this is like a, hey, click me. It's called a call to action. It's so important. And you just see these buttons throughout their website. And again, the navigation is just really clean. So you can see exactly where you should be clicking. Let's pop over to John's really quick here. And you can see again, the header, easy to navigate. You know where you should be clicking here, depending on what you're looking for. You scroll down. He doesn't have as much clickable stuff on his. Like you saw on Nick's that every scroll there was somewhere to click. Here with John, he's a little bit more reserved. He wants you reading his copy, and I'm pretty sure that is the reason he doesn't have you click as much. Again, you got to see your website as a funnel. you want to lead people to certain spots of your website. So a lot of times it's like you start with the main web page, and then they get to the about page, and then they get to the portfolio page, and it's all just an experience that we're looking for. So here John is just doing things a little bit differently than Nick, and he's got a button here, a little bit more subtle, but again, it's obvious that that is a button that you should be clicking on. I think a huge part of it is not how it's designed in terms of aesthetic. It is a matter of, will your client or potential client realize where they can click? So the next thing I think every one of you needs is a good About Us section. So here you can see that John on his home page has an About Him section, and then you click on Learn More About My Approach, and it takes you to his About page. I am pretty sure that is where we've landed here. Yep, looks like. And so you scroll down, you get more info about who John is. And what I love about his is what he's done is he's gone through and showcased why he does what he does. So you can see him when he's much younger with a video camera, and I'm not reading his copy right now, but I'm sure this talks about how he got started and why he does what he does. And you just see so many images of him. And so when you think about your own About You page, think about having images of yourself. People want to know who's behind the camera. They want to connect with you as a person, not just a service. We are in an industry where things are very personal for people. We are providing an experience for people to capture memories that last forever. So I highly recommend having your photo on your home page and also having it all over the About page. So again, we're going to keep scrolling here. You just see John all over his About page. Let's go over to Nick's. Meet Nick and Jen right here, and here you see a photo of them and their beautiful family. I love this because just as John showcased why he does what he does and how he got started, what Nick and Jen focus on here is that they're family people. I just love how you can immediately see exactly what type of people they are. So they've just taken a completely different approach, and I love both of these approaches. Here you just feel like you're connected with their family, like, hey, I want to hire these two because I want to support their family. I think they look amazing. They look fun. I love the next photo, how they just showcase, hey, we're fun. Here, their About page is so much about their personality. And so here you see that they are in love. They are obviously a husband and wife team. And then here, it looks like a video is coming soon. And then the individual. I love that they have individual spots about themselves so you can learn more about each of them. I honestly think John and Nick have both knocked this out of the park. Both of their About sections have so much imagery of them, and they both are on their home pages of their websites. They've just done a great job here. So the next thing that I think is so important is just having a certain feel when people land on your website. I would say branding matters, and how people feel when they land on your website matters so much. Again, I said it before, whether you realize it or not, you have about 2 seconds to capture your client's attention. So that is why this matters, and I'll go over a little bit right now about what I'm talking about. So here on Nick's website, you can immediately see that they do adventure style weddings. It's about the moments, the intimacy, and about the couples. You see that as you scroll through visual storytelling with a spirit of connection. You see connection in the very first parts, not only in the words, but in the video that is right there. You see connection. And as you're going through, you just continue to see that adventure feeling. And so the right brides are going to land on this and be like, these are our people. That is what you're looking for. You are looking for specific clients to land on your website and be like, this is my person. This is who I want to be a part of our day. And so you just see that so obviously through Nick's website here. And you see the same thing right here on John's website. You see that his style is very different than Nick's, and that is okay. They are going for 2 different types of clients here. John is looking for this high-end travel wedding experience. Like, you see travel in here, but it's the high-end travel. It's not just going out into the mountains by yourselves. It is something elegant, something beautiful. You see a lot of shots of the decor and things like that you didn't see in Nick's. It's very different, and they are both just killing it and trying to reach their ideal client. So as you scroll, again, everything is kind of following that elegant, beautiful, professional, expensive, things just kind of feel that way. And so that is something that is just so important with your website. How do people feel when they land on your website? Do they feel like, ooh, this person's cheap, that's not really what we're looking for? Or do they say, whoa, this person must be cheap, that's what we're looking for? Or do they say, this person just gets it, this person is our person, we want to hire them? So the next thing that I would say is important here is just how the eye travels through the website. So we talked about navigation and how important it is to be clear and concise about where people should be clicking, how they should be flowing. But something that people don't talk about enough is just how eyes work, and how, especially with our 2-second quick short attention spans, how do our eyes travel through websites? And so what you want is contrasting sections that are broken up, so as people are scrolling, it's quick and it changes things up every once in a while. So let's jump into John's site here. You can see he's got his header video, and then boom, it's white, and it's got some text here, and then here it's got a different color with a photo. So these are 2 different sections, really 3 all in one here, but it keeps your eye seeing different things and it captures your attention. So here you can see he's got like a white background section, but then on top he's done something a little bit different than what he's done up here. And it works because as you scroll, it's different. And then here you're hit with beautiful imagery again. So your eye is continuously traveling through his website, reading his copy, looking at the imagery and thinking, this is good. And hopefully you're not getting bored, because at the end of the day, that is our job, is to get people to be immersed into our websites and our brand so that they fall in love with us and they hire us. So if you're not doing it already, create contrast, create movement for the eye, and get people diving into your website. Now, the last thing that I think every wedding website needs is a professional touch. So people are landing on your website wanting a professional service. They're not looking for someone that's just got a handheld VHS camera from back in the day and they don't know what they're doing with it. Now, I know there are those budget brides out there, and that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But the reality is, if you are on this channel and you're watching this right now, you are probably trying to grow your wedding business. And so my input to you is make it look professional. You're a professional service. And when people hire you, they want to know that they're getting amazing quality. And the first thing they see is going to be your website. Oftentimes people see your website before they even see your work. This is a landing page. This is like a meet and greet, right? It is where people will find you. And so don't hesitate to make it look as good as possible. So whether that means you have to invest time, and sometimes it's a lot of time if you don't know what you're doing, or you just need to invest money and hire someone to do it, I really highly encourage you to invest in your website. So to wrap things up, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really hope you learned something here. I mean, websites are so important. I said it before, but people are going to land on your website before they see your work. And I know for me and our business, the reason we have been successful is because from day one, since I am a graphic designer and website designer, from day one, people saw us and thought, ooh, these guys are professional. And honestly, our videos and our photography had to catch up to our branding. But we knew that we wanted to look good right away, and we found that to be so important, and it has worked. Our business skyrocketed just about right away. It's been amazing. And so I just encourage you guys to take the time, dive into your website, implement these tips, and really go for it. It is so important. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.